Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nurin Alya Binti Abdul Aziz. For today's individual assignment for the subject HRM 522, Talent Acquisition, I will be presenting on a current issue in talent acquisition entitled Recruiting with Integrity, How Cultural Diversity Shapes Ethical Selection in Higher Education Institutions. In today's globalized world, workplaces are becoming increasingly diverse. Employees and job applicants come from different ethnicities, religions, language, and cultural backgrounds, bringing unique perspectives, experiences, and expectations into organizations. Cultural diversity can positively contribute to creativity, innovation, collaboration, and organizational growth. However, managing diversity also presents ethical challenges, especially during the recruitment and selection process. Differences in this may influence communication styles, workplace behavior, and hiring decisions. As a result, issues such as unconscious bias, discrimination, favoritism, and unequal employment opportunities may still occur, whether intentionally or unintentionally. Therefore, this presentation aims to discuss how cultural diversity and ethical climate influence employee selection in higher education institutions in Malaysia, as well as the impact this issue may have on organizations and employees. Throughout this presentation, I will discuss the causes of diversity and ethical issues in recruitments, their short-term and long-term impact, and several possible solutions that organizations can implement to promote fair and ethical hiring practice. Before we dive deeper into the discussion, let us first understand a few key definitions to help set the context of this topic. So first, what is talent acquisition? Talent acquisition refers to the process of identifying, attracting, recruiting, and hiring skilled employees to meet an organization's current and future workforce needs. Unlike traditional hiring, talent acquisition is a long-term strategic approach that focuses on finding the right individuals who can contribute to the organization's growth, performance, and long-term success. Next, what is cultural diversity? According to Tijimoku and Atiku, 2024, cultural diversity refers to recognizing, understanding, accepting, and appreciating the differences among individuals. These differences may include age, ethnicity, gender, religion, race, social class, physical and mental abilities, sexual orientation, and socio-economic background. In the workplace, cultural diversity creates a multicultural environment where people bring different perspectives, experiences, values, and ways of thinking. Lastly, what is an ethical climate? Ethical climate refers to the shared understanding within an organization regarding what is considered ethical behavior and how employees are expected to make decisions in a workplace. Now that we understand the key concept, let us move on to the important question. Why is this issue still happening? Firstly, unconscious bias in hiring remains one of the main factors. Recruiters and managers may unintentionally prefer candidates who share similar backgrounds, language, religion, or culture with them. As a result, discrimination may happen even when the organization claims to support equality and diversity. According to the AOD Malaysia State of Discrimination Survey 2023, discrimination is still widely experienced in Malaysia, where 38% of respondents reported discrimination based on socio-economic status and education level, 32% based on ethnicity and language, 26% based on marital or family status, and 22% based on religions. The survey also found that Indian respondents reported the highest ethnic discrimination at 58%, while Hindu respondents recorded the highest religious discrimination at 40%. This statistic shows that unconscious bias and stereotypes still influence how people are judged, which can lead employers to unfairly favor or reject candidates during hiring and employee selection processes. This shows that employers may unconsciously favor certain cultural or ethnic background during recruitments. Secondly, another contributing factor is the lack of ethical leadership. Without a stronger ethical leadership, hiring decisions may be influenced by favoritism, stereotypes, or personal relationship instead of qualification and merit. Consequently, recruitment processes may become less transparent and unfair to candidates from different backgrounds. According to the HIS Diversity and Inclusion Report, 59% of respondents across Asia believe organizational leaders were biased toward hiring people who look, think, or act like them. Similarly, 55% of Malaysian respondents share the same perception. This highlights how weak ethical leadership and unconscious bias can reduce fairness in employee selection. Lastly, organizations also face pressure to fill vacancies quickly. Due to labor shortage and urgent staffing needs, recruiters are often pressured to hire employees within a short time. As a result, the recruitment process may become rushed, with less structured interviews and decisions based on assumption or personal judgment rather than objective evaluations. Consequently, important ethical considerations may be overlooked. What problem can this issue relate to? When organizations fail to manage cultural diversity and ethical practice properly during employee selection, several negative consequences may occur. Firstly, it can lead to wrong hiring decisions. Unethical or biased recruitment practice may cause organizations to select candidates based on race, ethnicity, religion, language, or personal favoritism instead of actual skills, qualification, and their abilities. As a result, organizations may hire employees who are not truly suitable for the job. Secondly, this issue can also create financial problems for organizations. When a company makes poor or biased hiring decisions, they often need to spend more money on recruitment, training, supervision, and employee replacement. In addition, hiring unsuitable employees can reduce productivity and increase turnover rates. According to the Society for Human Resource Management, the cost of bad hire can reach approximately 15% to 150% of unemployed annual salary. These costs include recruitment expenses, onboarding, lost productivity, and turnover-related losses. Lastly, another major impact is the lack of diversity and inclusivity in the workplace. According to the HIS Asia Diversity and Inclusion Report, organizations with diverse and inclusive workforces tend to achieve better organizational performance, creativity, and decision-making. Additionally, 93% of hiring managers believe that inclusive hiring practices are important for organizations. As highlighted by Natasha Ishak, professional in Malaysia, wants companies to take inclusive hiring more seriously because addressing hiring gaps can help organizations attract to a wider range of talented candidates and create fairer opportunities for everyone. Therefore, when organizations fail to promote diversity and inclusivity, they may limit creativity, reduce innovation, weaken teamwork, and create unfair working environment for employees from different cultural backgrounds. Now, let us move on to the short-term effect of diversity and ethical issues in employee selections. When organizations fail to manage diversity and ethical practice properly during recruitments, the negative effects can often be seen immediately within the workplace environment. Firstly, one major short-term effect is low employee morale and job satisfaction. When employees witness unfair hiring practices such as favoritism, discrimination, or biased recruitment decisions, they may begin to feel demotivated, undervalued, and dissatisfied with their jobs. Employees may also lose trust in management because they believe hiring decisions are not based on fairness, qualification, and merit. Research by Johan Charles Spector as well as Colquitt and his colleagues found that employees who experience unfair treatment in the workplace are more likely to face job dissatisfactions, lower organizational commitment, and a stronger intention to leave the organizations. Secondly, diversity and ethical issues can also lead to workplace conflict and tensions. Employees from different cultural, ethnic, or social backgrounds may experience misunderstandings, communication barriers, or feeling of confusion when organizations fail to promote inclusivity and fairness. As a result, employees who feel discriminated against may struggle to work effectively with others, which can negatively affect teamwork, cooperation, and workplace relationships. This also reduces productivity and organizational performance. When organizations hire unsuitable employees due to bias or unethical recruitment practice, the quality of work and overall organizational performance may decline because employees who experience unfair treatment may also become less motivated and less productive in carrying out their daily responsibilities. Now, let's look at the long-term effect of diversity and ethical issues in employee selections. Firstly, one major long-term effect is damage to organizational reputation. When unethical hiring practices such as discriminations and favoritism continue over time, people may start to view the organization as unfair and biased. As a result, organizations may struggle to attract talented and qualified candidates because job seekers may lose trust in the fairness of the recruitment process. Secondly, diversity and ethical issues can also lead to high employee turnover. Employees are more likely to resign when they constantly feel excluded, unfairly treated, or discriminated against in the workplace. In addition, when promotion and career opportunities are influenced by bias instead of merit, employee loyalty and commitment will decrease. This can increase the recruitment and training costs for the organizations. Lastly, another serious long-term effect is reduced diversity, innovation, and competitiveness. According to Johnson 2015, a diverse workplace encourages innovation, better decision-making, and stronger organizational performance. However, when discrimination continues during employee selections, workplace diversity will gradually decrease. This limits creativity, reduces different perspectives, and affect the organization's ability to compete globally. Now, let's discuss some possible solutions for diversity and ethical issues in employee selections. To create a fair, inclusive, and ethical recruitment process, organizations must take proactive steps to reduce discriminations and unconscious bias during hiring. Firstly, organizations should focus on the diversification of recruitment sources. One effective solution is to expand recruitment channels in order to attract candidates from different cultural, ethnic, and social backgrounds. Instead of relying on limited hiring platforms, organizations can collaborate with university, professional organizations, minority associations, and online job platforms that promote diversity and inclusion. Secondly, solution is implementing a blind evaluation system. Organizations can use technology or computer software to anonymize candidates' personal information such as names, gender, race, age, and educational background during resume screening. By doing this, recruiters can focus more on candidates' qualifications, skills, and experiences rather than personal characteristics or cultural background. Thirdly, organizations should apply skill-based selection criteria. This means candidates should be evaluated based on job-related competency, professional abilities, technical skill, communication skills, and relevant work experience instead of personal preference or cultural similarities. In addition, organizations should also establish a structured recruitment process. The structured recruitment process includes standardized interview questions. For example, during the recruitment process, the organization should prepare standardized interview questions, evaluation form, and scoring systems that are used consistently for all candidates. This will help reduce the subjectivity, favoritism, and discrimination during the interview. Lastly, organizations can improve employee selection through job simulation assessment. In these methods, candidates are given tasks or situations that are similar to actual job responsibilities. This allows employers to evaluate candidates' real skill, problem-solving abilities, and work performance more accurately. Overall, this solution can help organizations create a more ethical, transparent, and inclusive recruitment process while promoting fairness and diversity in the workplace. In conclusion, cultural diversity and ethical climates are important factors in employee selections. Organizations, especially higher education institutions, must ensure fair, ethical, and inclusive recruitment practices. opportunities to reduce bias and discriminations. The study shows that organizations with strong diversity management and ethical values are more likely to make better hiring decisions, improve employee satisfaction, and achieve better organizational performance. As diversity expert Vanna Myers once said, diversity is being invited to the party. Inclusion is being asked to dance, which highlights that the importance of not only accepting differences but also giving equal opportunities to all individuals. That's all from me.